Hi everyone, it's me Whimsy with Broke Aristocrats, and today we're talking about the side hustle. The side hustle is something that I've been learning a lot about as I study the process of not only getting out of debt but living the good life. And I want to clarify a couple of things about Broke Aristocrats, who we are, and some of the stuff that we believe in. And I think a lot of people think that when we started the group Broke Aristocrats, it was me and two of my friends, Nurse Amanda, which you've met on some of the other videos, and my friend Mark, who is a little shy. I haven't been able to get him on camera yet. I'm hoping I will. We really talked about what our value system was, and it's involved living below our means, but also buying good quality products, living well, but also trying to be the best that we can be. I was having tea with my friend Mark the other day, who is a brilliant tailor and a brilliant artist. He focuses on Victorian clothing, and he tries to make the clothes as authentic as possible, and he's the kind of designer that doesn't come around very often. And I hadn't seen him for several days, and I said, Mark, where have you been? And he said, I've been at the service of I've been in the service of mastery. And I thought that was really great, that he had been so lost in his work, mastering his craft as a tailor and as a designer, that he lost all track of time, and he was completely engrossed in doing the best work he could. And he called that in the service of mastery. And I thought that was really great. And I thought, wow, that's really the values of what it is to be a broke aristocrat. It's this idea of somebody who lives frugally, honestly, ethically, never presents themselves as something that they're not, helps others, lives an ethical lifestyle, and is forever in service to mastery. On that note, what this topic was actually about, what I was going to cover, is this idea of the side hustle, this idea of reinvesting some of our income back into our small businesses, or what other people have called their side hustle. For me, at this point in my life, it's no longer a side hustle. It's my small private practice, and I'm proud to say it's now morphed into 3/4 of my income. 3/4 of my income now comes from my private practice as a naturopathic doctor. I'm very proud of that. When I started, it was about 1/4 to 1/3 of my income, certainly not enough to live on. It's now evolved to be 3/4 of my income. I still work a part-time job for a 1/4 of my income, and I like having that cushion, because that cushion makes sure that my rent and my office rent are both paid for by that cushion. But it's a juggle, because the time that I put towards working a side job is not time spent calling back patients, focusing on things like the business of the business, the bookkeeping, calling patients, doing research. Doctors are always doing research. Today I spent 4 hours doing research on the health benefits of fish oil and the cancer preventative properties found in green tea. So, how can I incorporate that into my business? So, we focus a lot on getting out of debt, those of us that are trying to be debt-free, those of us who've been influenced by some of the debt-free blogs that are here on YouTube. And this past year, I've been focusing more on taking a portion of my profits and reinvesting it back in my company. Learning how to do YouTube videos has been quite a bit of a challenge, because I don't really know what I'm doing, and I kind of have to have somebody show me. And I'm not really good at learning from a video. I'm one of those types of people. So I see all these young people and they have these amazing YouTube videos, and I think that's great, but I'll be honest, I have no idea what you young kids are doing. And I'm just learning as I go. That is but that is a very different place to be at than where I was at last year, where all my money was being poured into debt reduction, debt reduction, debt reduction, debt reduction. The whole Dave Ramsey idea, rice and beans, rice and beans, rice and beans. I now realize that some of that mentality was a mistake, because you have to take a portion of your profits and reinvest it into your business, so that your business can be more solid, so that your business can be more professional, so the winds of change will not sweep your business away. You want to be a house like the last little piggy. You want it to be made of brick. You don't want it to be made of sticks. So that is the problem when you're focusing just on pay down the debt, pay down the debt, pay down the debt. If part of what you're hoping to do is to make profits on a side hustle, then you really need to think in terms of, how can I make this side hustle more profitable? How can I bring in more money from my side hustle? How can I make my side hustle more professional, better quality? And I think that that's just what I wanted to talk about today, is don't just pour all your money into debt reduction if your side hustle is not growing, if your income is not growing. And I'll give an example. Example would be the person who has a side hustle, earns $800 a month doing a little babysitting. I think that's great. $800 a month can go towards your debt reduction because you're babysitting or you're cleaning your neighbors' houses. But a better thing to do would be to put $600 or $500 towards debt reduction and put $200 to $300 towards expanding your operation, going and taking maybe community college courses on early childhood development, so that you then can become more professional. Flyers, business cards, so that you can begin to present yourself and get more babysitting jobs. Getting the necessary permits to have more children in your home, if that's the goal you want. So I'm using that as an example. Mowing lawns, the same thing. Putting a portion of your money, even if it's just a shoestring amount, back into the business, so that as you make more money, you put more money into the business, but within a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road, your business looks very, very professional. And because it looks so professional, instead of it being an $800 a month gig, it's now a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month gig. And consequently, you'll be getting out of debt much faster because you'll be making more profits, because your business is more solid and more professional. So, and that goes for anything. A blog is a side hustle, YouTube, etc. But as people know who watch this, I'm still learning how to do things like Photoshop. Haven't a clue. I'm learning as I go. It's fun, but with everything else I'm doing, trying to be the best, naturopathic physician I can be, my priority is the pursuit of excellence, the pursuit of mastery as a doctor, because my priority is my patients. Those other things sometimes take a side focus. At the same time, it all goes back to creating a business that's solid, and ultimately the goal is not just about being financially stable. The goal is, I want to be a physician who has been at the service of mastery. Whatever you choose to do in life, whatever you feel called by God or Spirit to do with your life, my prayer for you is that you wake up every day and you say, I am at the service of mastery, and put a little bit of energy every day into that. And that also includes developing your business. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I enjoyed talking to you. Take care.